All right, so this is our foam roll series, now focusing on our back. So we're gonna hop on down here. Now, the exercise, the foam rolling is going to look different on me. It's for all of us, but just be aware that you might get more flexion in your spine than I do. We're all at different points and different levels, so make sure that you're really checking in with yourself. Are you deep enough in the stretch? Again, never to try to look like each other, always honoring where you are and honoring your body. So with that, we go down. And I just want you to get actually quite cozy. My hair's in a pony. It's a little annoying, so I'm gonna try to wrap it really fast so it doesn't get in the way here. And with your cervical spine, so you're just your neck, just want you to lean back, arms open, and breathe. I call this one the chiropractor adjustment. My neck immediately cracked the second I tilted back. If it's night or day or night, it doesn't matter. When you pretend you're at the beach and you're just sunbathing right now and you're really enjoying. And so again, this is just mindful movement for the cervical spine right now. So we're gonna try to deepen the stretch. Oh, hello. I definitely felt good amount of release just then. And breathe. Slowly, I want your ear to touch the foam roll. And just hold, hang out with me. That's it. I'm starting to feel the stretch, not only in my cervical spine, not only in that, remember that fancy term I used a while back, the sternocleidomastoid, that side neck muscle, right? Also feeling a bit of a stretch in the forearm. In this forearm, right? In the forearm that's kind of away from the head. So if my face is facing you right now, hello, I'm feeling it in the opposite arm. I just want you to hold. I mean, you could even find yourself falling asleep right now. It's so relaxing. Very slowly, we're going to change direction. So going through center, deep breaths. Now, the other ear touches the foam roll. So I'm facing the opposite direction, therefore the opposite arm will start to feel a bit of a stretch as well. In addition to the neck feeling stretched, and you feeling just relaxed right now, taking a moment and breathing. This, I'm telling you, I don't remember the last time I've been to a chiropractor. This stretch saves me so many trips to getting adjusted. This does the adjustment for me. And what's really great is we get to kind of listen to our bodies and establish the relationship with our skeletal muscles, with our anatomy and ourselves, as opposed to having another person make the adjustments. We're adjusting ourselves. So that's pretty empowering. Returning back to center. I want you to bring the chin in, almost as though you're trying to give yourself a double chin. I know, super attractive, but it's actually really good for the cervical spine. And then go all the way back, kind of pushing against the foam roll. Double chin in. And all the way back to that one more time for me. Double chin in. And all the way back. Migrating down a little bit. You almost feel like sort of this like euphoric feeling in a sense, because this happens to be where my rods start, right? And I just got the most beautiful crack right now. It felt wonderful, to be honest. I think I've been trying to crack that for, I'm not joking, 3 weeks now. We're going to lift the head ever so slightly. Noticing the core is engaged, you know, definitely feeling that abdominal wall ignite, and then you're going to lower the head. Lifting up. This one, you can get a little dizzy, a little lightheaded. Just be sure to breathe. Breathing through it. So it might look like really strange movement if we've never moved like this before. So after I had surgery, I really had to get very creative with how I was stretching, with how I was moving my body, which really got me into all of this kind of beautiful fitness world and yoga world. And just a few more. You might get more cracks. I mean, I get excited every time I crack. I'm like, oh, hooray. Something released. Going now a little further down. If it's available, bring the head down and flat. I call this the surrender. It's like, man, whatever happened to you this week, this day, this year, just let that go. Exhale and breathe. We're here for a little while. This is getting into our sort of mid-thoracic, lumbar, and just breathing. Slowly, slowly, slowly coming up, 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 up. Again, you can get a little dizzy. It's okay. We're back to center. I want you to take a deep breath. Tilting that head back and just holding the stretch. Now I want you to go a little further back and try to only, I noticed that like my shoulders were on the foam roll. Unnecessary. Bring those shoulders down and away and just tilt the head back. It's almost as though you're on like if you've ever been on a vertical table where you're just getting stretched, it really does feel like that. Now very, very mindfully and slowly. Bringing the legs down, down, down. Kind of flexing and pointing feet. From here, I just want you to bring the shoulders down even more. Lift that chin up and hold. That's it. Turning to your side now. So all of that was really just to get us here in this position, to where we're turned to the side and we're feeling a true release in that side neck. If you're on the computer all day, if you're hunched over on your cell phone driving, if you're a student in class, in those either online or just in those chairs that are so uncomfortable at universities, you know, this is releasing all of that tension. And also too, like if you're a singer, if you're a vocalist, this really stretches. It's so good for the vocals, kind of relaxes them, because if you think about it, your neck is tense, you know, not even if you're a singer, even if you do a lot of speaking, you know, I feel like parents must talk a lot. So to their children, it's like, we're always talking. Just to relax, our whole anatomy is so important. And now we're going to move all the way to the other side. Again, with mindful intention. We're not in a rush. We're always in a rush. We're not in a rush right now. Just breathing through it. And exhaling. You want to try, even though sometimes the shoulders want to jut up, just turning that head to the side. And holding it right here, just hanging out. Feeling good. A few more seconds. Even though we're in this stretch, I'm still engaged in my core. I know that sounds strange, but in all ways, our core is always moving. My core is moving my neck. You know, if we always think about this, then the core is going to be responsible for our motion. Decreases the risk of injury. Look at that, all the way back. Open sesame, we've been here before. Steady, steady. Deep breaths. This is like, man, you know, you have to really trust yourself and trust your environment to be in a vulnerable position like this. Just open up, holding. Now, if you notice, my head's actually lower. It's getting a bit lower to the earth, feeling a deeper stretch. And here again, you can get a little dizzy, so just move through it slowly. This is an exquisite stretch for that spine. Slowly releasing all the way up, hands behind you, hands are cradling. Fun little, sciencey word, the occipital lobe, right? It's weird that the occipital lobe, which is the lobe in our brain that carries our vision, right, is in the back of our head. Oh, science. So hold here and just bring that femoral down. Maybe you're gonna get another crack. Now, I have a battery pack back there just for my microphone. So it gets a little wonky, but I'm just kind of hopping over it. For you at home, it should be a bit more fluid of a transition. Keep your chin right there, kind of in, and you're feeling that stretch through your back. It should feel quite good. I hope it feels good for you. And we're here for just a few more seconds. Woo. We're gonna pop up for a minute. That was really, really good. So, you're gonna have the foam roll right here. And all I want you to do, I hope you can see me, straight line. Head is resting pretty comfortably on your hand. And all I want you to do from here, the foam roll's super close to you, just kind of like bring it out. You're gonna feel this stretch in your quadratus lumborum. So again, just like a really fancy term for your lower back. And that lower back, that QL, the quadratus lumborum, is still a part of your core musculature system. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm working my core. They're just trying to get a six-pack abs, whatever is, you know, popular. But the core is the entire chamber. So it's always important to know that it's not just like for aesthetics, right? It's actually the core is to help us generate motion. So it makes sense that it also is behind us in that QL. And that's what we're getting at right now. This actually feels incredible. You think, oh, I'm just foam rolling my arm. No, this is a great stretch for that back. We're gonna go to the other side now. I feel like a roly-poly, go back and forth. So, actually I'm gonna turn this way. We're still facing each other. All the way down we go. Again, that sort of like flat, flat, flat. Getting into that QL. Bringing it out and just kind of holding that stretch. Now this is a pretty non-traditional foam roll exercise, but I do think it's worthy to show you because I don't know of many trainers that do this. Again, this is something I sort of had to create just from my own journey to feeling good and feeling strong. So we're just holding here, and this again really works the QL, the side that is on the ground, if that makes sense. So our bodies work in oppositions. If you think like diagonal lines, and just holding. Wow, this is really getting a pretty phenomenal stretch right now. Here for a little bit longer. Stay with it. Beautiful. Now, we're going to just lay as we were, position 1, I always say, under the cervical spine. I always say like this is the dreamland pose, like you're going into this wonderful state of sleep, relaxation. So it's right in that cervical spine at your neck. And we're gonna tilt back. This beautiful retraction. I want you to try to keep your arms flat. I just want you to hold. And now, just for fun, as my hair completely gets caught, the bun wore off, I want you to try to tilt all the way back. And just hold. And stay with it. Deep breathing. Core is still engaged. And we're just here. Maybe take your head one way, head to the other. You guys did great. Great job. I'll see you soon.